After some very busy weeks, I finally have some time to make this video. I'm going to be talking about Ascension stones and essentially what it is I'm trying to bring to the community with this idea that I have. So if you're not familiar with Robert Simmons, the man who wrote the Book of Stones, well, now you are. He created a list of what he calls the 12 synergy stones, and these are the 12 high vibration crystals that he considers are the best for spiritual growth and expansion and ascension with humanity. Now, I feel like this list that he compiled is a little bit exclusive, and some of it is, or most of it is just a variation of quartz, which I find a little less than appealing. Having worked with different stones and crystals for the last 10 years, I've compiled my own list of different stones that I consider Ascension stones. So same concept, except this is more accessible to most people, and it's a much broader list that I have. I have about 40 some stones that I would consider true Ascension stones. So I'm going to edit right here, and I'll show the list of stones. Check it out, pause it, read it, screenshot it, do whatever you got to do to get familiar with this list. But I'll go ahead and pause myself and edit that into the video right now. So after looking at that list, most of these crystals that you find on the list are going to be in their raw crystalline form. Some of them are better to be worked with polished and in stone, like little, I don't have any on hand, but just small little polished hand stones that you can carry around in a medicine bag. Like for instance, Covalite, which I will be talking about very soon. Covalite, just because of its natural growth pattern, that's definitely a stone you want in its polished form for your own wallet's sake and for just experience wise. So what Ascension stones have done for me over the last 10 years is quite a lot, actually. I don't even know where to start, so I'm just going to try to do my best to organize my thoughts as I go throughout this video. But when I first got into crystals and started using them for spiritual practice, I would start to meditate with stones very gradually and slowly, and introducing different stones into my practice. I feel like each stone is a book, and once you read the book, then you're ready to go to the next book and find out what's available. There's no specific order for this. There's no essentially wrong way to do this, as long as you're applying yourself and applying the stones in a way that you feel is healthy for yourself and for your spirituality. That's really all it takes to get into Ascension stones. But what I'm trying to do, like I said, is I want to make this list available. So if you check me out on Instagram, Hytherion, I'll have the link in the bio. Just follow the Linktree link. I'm going to be making a post for each stone, going in depth about the composition, the chemical composition, all the physical attributes of the stone, and then applying the physical attributes to the spiritual side, and showing how those two can converge and just really unify themselves once you get that understanding of, okay, this has this in it, this is why it's doing what it's doing. One thing that separates me from most people in the crystal community is I have looked at the mineralogy, the crystallography to a small degree, and the spiritual metaphysical aspects of these stones. So I know them fairly well, and a lot of people that come across me are pretty impressed with how well I know my stones. Not just the spiritual side, but just being able to grab a stone, look at it, and tell you what's inside of it and what it can do. And so if you're familiar with crystal healing and the therapy that comes with that, then a lot of what you can use in crystal healing definitely applies to the Ascension stones. I mean, there's really no difference other than just how I'm bringing this information out to the people. But like I said, what I'm trying to do is going to be a little bit different, and it's going to be quite a mission. Like I said, there's over 40 stones that I'm going to be talking about in depth. And I don't have access to every single stone, but I do have most of the stones on the list that I made available for you guys. Now, if I could share one piece of wisdom with you, with one of the most profound experiences I've had with these Ascension stones, even though it's not on my list, this comes from the original 12 Synergy Stones list, the Himalaya Gold Azestolite. I don't have the piece anymore with me just because it's been so long since I had this experience. But Azestolite is a form of quartz. It's supposed to be highly programmed by the Azez angelic race or something like that, however you want to define it, really. But they're very similar to Lemurian quartz crystals. But so the Himalaya Gold Azestolite wand I was meditating with. A friend of mine had just recently passed away, and I was using this wand to connect to my friend and just kind of get any kind of confirmation that he was okay on the other side. And I kid you not, like, I don't have a lot of instances with pure telepathy. Most of what I perceive as telepathy is just a very good, strong precognition and idea of what is being announced and said mentally. But with this instance, it was clear as day. I heard something in my head, and it was the crystal. It was a very soft, almost feminine voice, and it said verbatim, "I can look, I can see, I can hear. I become what's around that is clear." And it was just describing how its basic nature is to grow with what's happening around it. And that's what I've always appreciated about crystals, is the fact that they are record keepers of the Earth's history. Even when you get into the other cosmic stuff, you're tapping into ancient history that's not of this planet, which is why I love the cosmic stuff. But besides the point, stones are almost timeless. This Thunderbrain amethyst comes from a very old pocket of amethyst, and if you are familiar with Auralite 23, that is the oldest form of amethyst that is currently known to my knowledge. And just the history that it comes with, the everything that's inside, is that inside that stone was once a part of this world, living and alive and breathing and existing like we are right now. And that has always been so fascinating and so humbling to see. So that pretty much concludes everything I wanted to say on this topic. I will be making more videos regarding certain stones. So essentially, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see me do 2, maybe 3 posts a week, just depending on my schedule, regarding Ascension stones. And after a certain amount of stones, I'll be doing a recap video. It'll be edited. I believe my friend wants to collaborate and help me do some work with this, so it's a little more professional. But essentially, that's what the plan is. So if you like this content, please consider giving it a like, giving it a comment, and please subscribe so you can stay in touch with what I'm doing and what I'm trying to get going, because it really does help me stay motivated when people engage. Now, if you actually watch this all the way to the end and you're curious about other videos that I've had planned and have spoken about, I just have been super busy the last almost month now, and I just haven't had time for myself or my projects. But I will be making some time this week to create the 10-year anniversary video for my spiritual awakening. If you look on my profile, you will see that I have a few other videos listed in alignment with this video. But with that being said, I'll cut it off here. Thank you for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I hope to see you really soon, and I do notice who stays and sticks around. So may you blessed be, and Draco Hicksund.